Hello, boys and girls. What I need you to do is I need you to get out your anchor chart from yesterday where we wrote how to estimate sums and differences. When Miss Jones was making this anchor chart yesterday, she forgot to add something. Our first step was when we have to estimate, which means we're rounding, sums, answers to addition problems, differences, which are answers to subtraction problems. Our first step was round the numbers. That's correct. We had to round our numbers first. Our second step, all we put yesterday was add the numbers. Today we need to go in and add or subtract because we're supposed to do whatever it tells us to do, adding or subtracting. So pause the video and add or subtract, then meet me back here. Okay, next what you're going to need is you are going to need a clean sheet of paper. And remember to turn your paper sideways to where the holes are at the top of your page. And today we're going to solve some practice questions with estimating sums or differences. Now let's look at this question that might possibly be a question similar to something that you'll see on a test. This question says, shade each box you want to select. You must select two answers. The estimated sum is $450,000. Identify the two possible pairs of add-ins. So we have to figure out which two of these are going to be the correct answer. Now we're going to have to look at a few things first. First off, it says the estimated sum is $450,000. So if we look at this number, we see that they rounded to the nearest 10,000 because that's the first digit before the zeros. The digit that comes directly before the zeros is what they rounded it to. So they went ahead and rounded this question, this number, 450,000, to the nearest 10,000th place. So what we're going to do is in our answers, we're going to underline all of the digits in the 10,000th place. So if I look here, we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So the twos in the 10,000s. Ones, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. 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 Now we have underlined all of our digits that's in the 10,000s place. The next thing we're going to do is on our sheet of paper, we are going to copy them down. So we're going to look at the first pair of add-ins. We have 129,624. So you're going to copy this down on your paper. Notice how I put one number in each column. That way I can easily line my digits up by place value. The next thing is I'm going to add plus 324,765. My 2 is in the 10,000s and this 2 is in the 10,000s. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my arrows. This 9, since it's 5 or more, it's going to raise our score. So that 2 is now going to become a 3. Anything that comes in front of this underlined digit stays the same. So the 1's going to stay the same. My 2 now becomes a 3. And everything behind that underlined digit now gets transformed to zeros. So the 9 becomes a 0. The 6 becomes a 0. The 2 becomes a 0. And the 4 becomes a 0. Now, I have 4. Is that 4? If it's 4 or less, it's going to rest. If it's 5 or more, it's going to raise the score. Since this number is 4 or less, that 2 is going to remain the same. I'm going to keep my 3 the same too because it comes before my 10,000th place. So 3 will remain the same. 2 will, that 4 is going to let that 2 rest. Remember, everything behind it gets replaced with zeros. Oh, Miss Jones made a mistake. This 4 should be a 0. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add our digits together. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. 3 plus 1 is 4. So it looks like this pair is going to round to 450,000. I'm going to put a little check right there, just because I'm going to make sure that my other answers only have one other answer. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write down this problem. I have 139,624 plus 328,765. Notice we have our 3 and our 2 underlined because that's in the 10,000 place. And remember, we're rounding to the 10,000 place because that's what our problem gave us. It gave us a digit that was round to the 10,000 place. So now we're going to round these so we can estimate the sum. That 9 is going to make this 3 do what? It's going to go to a 4. However, I know my 1 is going to stay the same. I'm going to replace this 3 with the 4. Everything behind this 3 now gets replaced with zeros. So the 9 gets replaced with a 0. The 6 gets replaced with a 0. The 2 gets replaced with a 0. With a 0. And the 4 gets replaced with a 0. This 8 is, because it's 4, 5 or more, that 8 is going to make that 2 go up to a 3. Remember, I keep every digit in front the same. That 8 makes that 2 become a 3. Every digit behind here is zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now I'm ready to add. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0. 4 plus 3 is 7. 1 plus 3 is 4. So my answer is 470,000. Did that round to 450,000? No, it did not. So I'm going to put an X right there. I'm going to go to my next one, which is 229,000. $624 plus 324,765. Now I've already realized that the 2 are in my 10,000s place. So I'm going to go ahead and underline those. That 9 and that 4 are directly to the right of it, directly behind those digits. Because this 9 is 5 or more, that 2 is going to get bumped up to a 3. Remember, every digit that comes in front of the underlined digit stays the same. So when I'm converting this, my 2 will remain the same. This 2 now becomes a 3. 9 gets replaced with a 0. And every other digit behind there also becomes a 0. 324,765. 4 or less, we're going to let that 2 rest. So we're going to keep the 3 the same. The 2 will stay the same. Every other digit gets replaced with zeros. Now we can add 0 plus 0, 0, 0, 0. Bring my comma down. 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 3 is also 5. 550,000. Did that match what we're looking for? No. So this is not correct. The next one is is 123,624. And we have 328,345. We already know that the 2's are in the 10,000s place. So we're going to be looking at the digits directly to the right of it to help us decide if it's going to go up or stay the same. Now let's convert our numbers. 3 is going to let that 2 remain the same. Remember, anything that comes in front of it stays the same as well. So 1, 2, my 3 gets replaced with a 0, 6 gets replaced with a 0, 2 gets replaced with a 0, 4 gets replaced with a 0. Down here, my 8 is going to make that 2, because it's 5 or more, the score is going to be raised. That 8 is going to make that 2 go up to a 3. Remember, I'm going to keep this digit the same. My 2 now becomes a 3. My 8 gets replaced with a 0. My 3 gets replaced with a 0. My 4 gets replaced with a 0. My 5 gets replaced with a 0. Now we can go ahead and add. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0, 0, comma, 0. 2 plus 3 is 5. 1 plus 3 is 4. Does this digit match what we're trying to get? Yes. So these two are the same. My directions say you must select 2 answers. Shade each box you want to select. So if this were a test question, I would need to shade in my 2 correct answers. Now, boys and girls, if you need to watch this video more than once, please do so that way you know how to ramp.